whatever you need when you reach out to me, but I'm not a mind reader. But one thing that will be consistent is I will be there. Like, I'm like real, as in like, if you need help for something, if you need advice or anything like that, I will give you wisdom, support. Before, I used to be a people pleaser, and now I'm not a people pleaser. So it's like, I know how to protect my space. I know boundaries. Yes. I know when to reach out, when not to reach out. But now you got to know when to like not cut ties, but when to limit that.
I feel like it's all about like preserving your energy.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like, if I see you might need something, okay, I'm gonna reach out. Or if I haven't heard from you in a while, I'm gonna reach out.
Hey, it's your girl, Really Chris, and I'm here with...
Hi, she's with Vahalda.
And welcome back to another episode of Plugged and Connected Podcast. Hi, Vahalda, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. You are looking good, looking tea.
Stop,
I don't know if you had a sneak peek of the studio, but you're matching the vibes.
Okay, thank you. This is my first time here. I literally just walked in here.
Okay, so. Yeah. Okay. Nobody told you like...
No, but the ancestors do be
Period. On point. Love that. So the first question I always ask my guests are, how are me and you connected?
How are you and I connected? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we met at Better's Day Club event.
Soundcheck.
Soundcheck. Yes, mm-hmm. yes. So that's where we started connecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he supported me in some other events that I was gonna perform at and stuff fell through, but
yeah.
But yeah, that was an issue.
Yeah, so Soundcheck was a really cool event. That was my first time going to like an artist showcase in a while, and it was really like a different vibe. Mm-hmm. And I really loved your set, so mm-hmm. I was hosting it. And yeah, I was up there, I'm all for the girls, but it was like really mm-hmm. vibing. Like you woke me up, you turned me up, girl.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, people had the song stuck, okay? Ashwagandha. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah. So yeah, that's when we first connected, and like you said, just been supporting each other since then. So because of that though, how do you feel, how important is relationships to you on your artistry journey?
I feel like for me, relationship is important as long as I met you in person. Because I can have a relationship like social media, mm-hmm. but then I meet you in person or we see each other in person, you walk past me, you act like you don't follow each other or XYZ, yeah. And I feel like, oh, but if it's the other way, as in like we meet each other on social, like we met from social media and then mm-hmm. we meet up in person, or I connected with you in an event mm-hmm. and then the vibe's there, then I'm gonna maintain that relationship. But if it's like the other way, I'm thinking when we link up, or if I see you, you're gonna be cool and you're not cool, then I'm not gonna maintain that. This is a noted thing. Yeah, like, I don't force the vibe if the vibe is there.
I was just about to say, when it comes to like social media versus the real life, the social media is kind of forced. Yeah, like it's a great like world to reach out and to see a lot of different people that you probably wouldn't automatically run into. But it's just like the facade, or just actually knowing like if it's really gonna mesh, or like what the intention was, you know, rather than meeting someone, it's like you can see or you could feel like what they're on, and then you can move accordingly. Yeah, for sure. I agree. So for those discovering you the first time, how would you like describe yourself? And let's get like a before and after. So like back then, how your family sees you, and then who's Vahalda like these days?
That's a long answer though, because I feel like back then, I always rebrand myself, or I feel like I'm always in a constantly evolving or changing. So someone might say who knew me back then, I may be this, I'm that. But one thing that will be consistent is I will be there. Like I'm like real, as in like if you need help for something, if you need advice or anything like that, I will give you wisdom, support, whatever you need when you reach out to me. But I'm not a mind reader, and from me before, I used to be a people pleaser. Now I'm not a people pleaser. So it's like I know how to protect my space. I know boundaries. Yes. I know when to reach out, when not to reach out. Like if I see you might need something, okay, I'm gonna reach out. Or if I haven't heard from you in a while, I'm gonna reach out. Mm-hmm. But before it would be like, I will be consistent with it, like monthly and stuff like that. But now you gotta know when to like not cut ties, but when to limit that.
I feel like it's all about like preserving your energy.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah, because I feel you. I'm at the end of the day. I'm a real person, regardless of the situation, blah, blah, blah. But over time, I realized, like, I still got to live for myself and do the best for myself. Mm-hmm. So even though I'm doing stuff for other people and I'm not intentionally trying to, like, slow myself down or anything like that, that's what ends up happening when you put in energy to people who you're not necessarily getting it back. And it shouldn't always be like that, but it will drain you.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely relate to that. So what made you like kind of realize or like a time frame?
It's not even like a realization. It's a realization, but it's more of like to a point where okay, I had enough. So for example, I give grace. So I would give somebody like 6 months to a year, depending on the principle, the topic, or what it is. For example, every time it comes down to someone owe you money, now it depends on how much. Before I'd be like, no, what, charge it to the game. That's a charity case.
Right.
It's done. Right. And then it's like, okay. Now some things will be like a behavior. You keep putting me in certain situations. Now I'm gonna have to tie you off because you're attracting certain like lifestyle that I'm not supposed to be a part of.
And I feel like it's
really about an experience, right? It's really about an experience because you wouldn't know based off one time someone makes you feel a certain way. You gotta like see if there's like a pattern, if they're not healed, if they're not. It's like something about what they got going on. It's like okay, you don't deserve that access of what I can give because you're not. You're getting something that you don't even earn, or like you're not aware of like how is that affecting you?
Or the value of it.
Right.
So would you say that like giving grace is important, or do you feel like equally? Because what you said, I feel like the answer is yes, but do you feel like equally like is it okay for people to just like not? They just.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's your life. So I can say for me, I'm gonna give you grace. But if you want to not give me grace, okay, you're not going to give me grace, but I'm going to continue giving you my grace. I'm going to just ignore you. Like, keep it pushing.
Gotcha.
Or I give it God. God, give this person the grace because me, I no longer can have that.
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
There's also limited boundaries,
Yeah, and that's really important. That's helped me with my growth and realization of things is really just like separating myself from the mix of what's going on and really seeing how these like relationships are.
Right.
So with that, when did you start doing music?
I started doing music like February 2023.
2023. Okay, so 3 years. Do you feel like, based on what we just talked about, is a lot of that just like throughout life, or do you feel this more just in your journey as being an artist or even being an entrepreneur?
In the sense of giving grace, or
and just like realizing
that's just life. Because life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
And there's a lot of people out here you just never know.
And then I travel, so I've seen like different stages of like people in their lives. People could be you always have the social media is one thing, and you only see a clip of someone 24 hours, and then you have your work experience where you see people come into your job or XYZ, and you see like other viewpoints of someone's life and stuff like that.
I feel like that's really important, and a lot of people don't give people that opportunity, or like you said, that grace, or at least the understanding. And literally every person is so different based off of like who your parents, what are your siblings, what's your lifestyle, like down to every little thing that is in your personal life is going to make you different than someone else. And I feel like some people don't give the grace to try to like understand that. So you did say you travel a lot, and I've been peeping you.
Oh wow,
I've been
not too much.
But like, son, it counts.
Girl,
there's people out here who's like, oh, I'm staying in Broward forever. I'm gonna make it in Broward. Like, I feel like it's very important to travel and put yourself out there. So with that, like, what is your approach to it? Like, are you just like, are opportunities being presented? You're just like, I have to. Are you the type to be like reaching out? Do you have like support systems behind you, or is this like all by yourself? Like what's the thought process behind these?
So with traveling, it's like multiple options or scenarios. Like my first one would be my job, like my day job. I'm like a part-time reservist for federal. I'm not gonna say which government or anything like that. So when I go out, I travel, and then when I'm not like, since I'm not full time, I only have to be like called out to like go to work and everything like that. And then when I'm not working, I'm back home. So then the downtime of being in Miami and I'm home, I'm looking at flights, like, cause sometimes after like a week or two, like when you live in a place people vacate, you want to vacate other places.
Yeah, of course,
because you live there already. So you come back, you already come back to vacate part 2.
Right.
So that's how I view it. But sometimes the only place I did like solo travel at the country was like when I've flown to like Dominican Republic to like meet up with my mom and my dad. But other than that, other trips were like I meet up with a friend, or me and my friend, we both flown out the country together and stuff like that. But mostly, it would be like out-of-pocket expenses if it's not work-related, for sure.
So your parents are from Dominican Republic?
No, we're from Haiti, but there wasn't taking flights to go to Haiti at the time. So we was flying to the DR to go into,
Got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel like with work, so I noticed like lately, so you've been doing music for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Are you like making like a 2-in-1, 2 birds with one stone when you're like on these work trips and then finding things and ways to promote your music, or do you keep those lanes like separate?
It's kind of 2-in-1 because, you know, when I'm doing my, like, for example, 9 to 5, and then I'm after hours, but I'm gonna take advantage of if I'm in this state, if I'm in that state, I just either will be creative when I'm in my room and I create songs of how I'm feeling, or if I go outside and I explore whatever the state have, like the national parks or, you know, the mall, the store, and then I just put my camera up and I just start recording.
Really, I noticed that.
I try not to force anything. It's just live. Like, anything should be
and
hard.
I feel like even regardless if it even doesn't get posted, like just taking the effort and just being intentional about I have the time to do this, let me take advantage of it. You know? So that's good. So do you feel like you've reached a point that like you're plugged in? Do you feel like, you know, certain people, you've been in certain rooms? Do you feel like you hit that point where it's like, I'm confident in this and I could keep going?
That's a good question because I feel like there's always more opportunity to grow and learn. And I wouldn't say, I'm in that room when I haven't really done any motion to be in a room yet. I just feel like I'm connected with meeting people and having people that also cool with me. They like my aura. They like me as me. So I'm connected with that. But in a sense of business moves and everything, I wouldn't go too far into it. And I'm not trying to rush in anything of that at the moment. Because this is my first year. Honestly, this is my first year like being out, like showing my face, trying to be consistent and stuff like that. So I know everything don't happen overnight. So.
It doesn't.
So I'm just chilling.
Was the Soundcheck your first performance, or have you performed before that?
I performed before that. My first performance was last year in Philadelphia at the Vox. I was with the Spring Urban Alley and Hitmakers Empire.
Okay.
It was like a multiple joint collab with music sponsoring events and stuff like that. And that was my first performance. My cousin, I have like family and like my half siblings and my cousin, my niece, they live in Philly. So I'm like, I'm gonna just fly out regardless. And
see, I like that. I think you're gonna always make the most of what you
like, you know, pay anything I'll make a trip out of it. Like, I'm not just gonna fly to the city and I don't have at least one support.
Right. I love that. And I'm working on this goal where I'm like, I want to know people everywhere. So like I'm in any state, soon to be any country, and I can like call up at least somebody, someone to hang out with, someone who could put me in place with something. That's the goal, you know, soft life, soft access life. Do you feel pressure to like follow trends?
I don't feel pressure to follow trends, but I will say I will try it myself. And if it don't work for me, as in a sense of like, because a trend for someone could work for them depending on their algorithm or their support. But a trend for you or for me won't work the same.
Literally, yeah.
Because vice versa, algorithm support. It's like a lot of factors that goes into it. So it really depends on what's the trend in, how I feel, and if it's authentic to me, not just like I'm doing it a clout chase. Like, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy clout chasing. You're going to be burnt out, tired.
Tired,
like
mad at the game.
Right, burnt out, tired, mad at everyone. Like, it's not working. Yeah. And then you spending bread, money, and everything trying to chase somebody else. That's when you like copy. That's when it gets like
hold on, say that one more time. Spending your money what?
You're trying to chase someone else aura or what else trends and stuff like that. What else popping because you see numbers. What if they never showed us nobody numbers exactly and it was just the video being uploaded.
Exactly. Now do you actually like it?
Right. Would you still mess with whatever the person put out? But that person got over 100K or I'ma like it because everybody in the comments saying it's fire. Cool.
That is crazy. The way you just said that, like I never really heard anyone say it like that, but the way you just said that, that's real. Like spending your freaking money and time. Mind you, some people already struggle to like decide to invest in themselves, but you invest in yourself and you're just like chasing after to be someone else. It's crazy. Where do you feel like you got your knowledge from? Is it just common sense to you? Do you have a mentor? Did you study?
Okay, knowledge on which part? Because for me that's vague. Because I would have just answered knowledge in like my experience and what I see and what I've been
through. So it's
been
through a lot of experience. That's real too. Mm-hmm. So outside of just living through it and realizing stuff, do you have some type of like support? Did you go to school for music at all? Anything like that?
So what happened? How it all started was when because I have a brother. When my brother and I we were younger, my parents they put us in like after school programs for like music and everything like that. And also I went to like Rainbow Park Elementary for a music program. So I learned at school I learned drums, piano, clarinet, violin. And then after school, I learned like the saxophone, I think I learned cello in school. I learned like over like, let's say at least 11 instruments, right? Mm-hmm. But then middle school came and I switched to like Northern Middle School with theater and I stopped doing like after school program with music. So I didn't really
like continue that
to a point that is like muscle memory. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like the only thing I have right now is hearing. Okay. Yeah. So if I get back to instruments and everything, it shouldn't take me that long to like pick up on it because I feel like when you re-taught or when you when you go through things that you done in your childhood years, it unlocks a certain memory that you probably like, not a trauma, but like
yeah, and it's like a kind of like a muscle memory, right? You can like look, you like snap back into it. Yeah,
but I would get an actual like someone to solo like teach me though, but that's like later on in life.
And then what about like the music business side? But I do want to say I agree. I played clarinet and I never knew the music. I just remembered like the fingers because I was in a marching band, but I was only in it 2 years. It was 8th grade I played clarinet and then 9th grade I did marching band. Learned it, but I never we were in class doing the test.
Got it.
No, I don't got it. No, like I could do the song, but when like the written test, like what is this? What is this?
I could do the written test and everything. I'm just talking about when it took place, like after school, after you stopped learning and everything. It's like
just you kind of lost it. Got you.
That's what I meant by like I was good in school, so I could pick on. I'm fast learning and everything like that. It just was my passion in it at the moment. I was just doing it to do because I'm a child. Yeah. This is my thing. This is the day-to-day schedule my parents tell me to do.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that. And then as far as like the music business side, or do you feel like do you have someone or yourself teaching you that, or is it just like experiences?
Music business is really just me. Teach me about it, or if I'm like booking time with my engineer or anyone I'm with that's in music, I ask some questions that as I'm curious myself because it's one thing to have Google because Google's free. It's one thing to have that, but it's one thing to have somebody in person conversation and get experience from a real person. Yeah, so that's one thing.
Exactly, I agree. All right, so outside of your artistry, I see you do crocheting. Is that like just a hobby, or do you have like a really strong like entrepreneur side to you outside of the music?
For me, I feel like with crochet, I wouldn't say it's just a hobby. I just crochet.
Is what you do.
As in like, I'm not crocheting to like pre-make items to like sell. I feel like that's more of an entrepreneur side. Like, I got all these items. This is my website. Book it. I'm gonna ship it. It's already made.
So you're like the creator. You're just a creator. Right. I like what I got.
Right. That come to me. You got an idea. You want me to make something for you, and I'll make for you because I crochet.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You put that nice and clear. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but how has that been? Like going for you? How long have you been crocheting?
Same time I started making music, 2023. Okay.
Did it have a correlation or just?
Oh, okay. So what had happened was, it was the year of 2022. So the summer of 2022, my brother got locked up. Well, how that happened was me, my mom, like the whole family, we was all home. 6 a.m. squat coming in outside the gate, 15 cars deep, calling his name out, type. So
older brother, younger brother?
Older brother.
Okay.
We're only like a year apart.
Okay.
But so that happened. So it like kind of like I had like from that and then like before stuff. So I had like a lot of things that I just wanted to release and everything like that. So that's transitioned to music. I reached out to my brother like because he was an artist. He go by C1 Yams. So he make music. He was like he's known in our band and stuff like that. So when I went back into music, or before that, when it was like 2022, like in fall and everything, I started like thinking, okay, what else do I want to do that I haven't been doing? Because life is short. When you don't know XYZ.
You can't just be sitting on that.
Yeah, like literally anything can happen the next day, regardless if you do something or not. Anything is unpredictable with life.
Yeah, anyway.
So when I was just doing at my end of the year recap of what I want to change for next year or what I want to bring into next year, crochet was on the list because I was friends with someone, and that person at the time also like created music. And I was like, I keep running into people that create music. Like that got to be on my list.
Right.
So I was like, but besides that, I want to do something with my hands. So I got into crochet because crochet been on my list of wanting to do since like 2019, 2018. And I've been pushing a lot of things back. Time's been, when you look back at it, 2023 is 3 years ago, but did it really feel like 3 years ago?
It felt like forever ago.
That too. I don't know. It felt like forever ago, but at the same
like,
time, it's like a blink, because when I like listen to my old songs, like I did that how long ago? And it felt like 3. But you felt every
like that because with my podcast is 3 years old now, and I'm just like 3 years. Like I felt like we just now, like, you know,
starting. Everything is still new. Yeah. So, but I appreciate that because that first initial 5 years or whatever you do, you grow from that year 1 to year 5. But year 5 when you really feel comfortable and more established and set, and that really feel like a new beginning. You just lay the foundation. Yeah. So I was just laying. So basically 2020 year was like my pre-foundation. 2023 was laying the foundation, and then everything I'm doing now is showing my foundation. Yeah.
You feel like you're moving a lot more like intentional.
Yeah, intentional, or more of like, I really don't care. I'm gonna just show y'all what I got. Yeah.
What would you say like your ultimate goal is? Is your job something that you love?
Well, okay, so the job that I'm with right now, I'm actually kind of like a legacy. My dad was working with that job since 1998. So when I joined under kind of like the same position or department, people who worked with him knew that, because I knew of him or worked with him. So I'm kind of like, that's kind of like my second family in a sense, only because my dad passed away 2024 in April. Okay. So now when I started working with the job in 2022. Okay. So when my dad was alive and then when after. So I have created either relationships or coworkers with people that either knew my dad or knew me of my dad and stuff like that. So other than that, yeah, I really like it.
Yeah. No, because when people do, like, I know you said the crochet is not really like entrepreneur journey for you, but like with the artistry, a lot of people like fight the battle between like, do I stay in a 9 to 5 or blah blah blah? But there's people out here who have really good jobs and like their job, and they could work for them. Do you feel like it's working? Do you have a balance between both?
I feel like I have a balance because one, it checks like boxes for me. I travel, I get my per diem, so like while I'm at somewhere else, I'm also getting paid to eat. So like any job, not every job do that.
They don't. They really don't.
And then when when they're like our weekends, like on our days off and stuff like that, I focus, like if I want to crochet all day, if I want to create music, or even if I'm done with my shift for the day, I just go back to the hotel and I create whatever I create. Like, I don't know, it's a good work-life balance because I'm not stuck in this. I'm located somewhere that's temporary. Okay. So I already know that I'm gonna be somewhere different. And I think that's what I like. I like knowing that I'm not living every day, the same.
Yeah, and that's
I'm not a robot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't. Even when it's my day to day, like trying to put myself on a schedule, it's gonna have some type of variation switch up in there.
I gotta live a life in some way, the littlest in my day.
Yeah, but that's awesome that you're able to do both. That's good, and it's always been like smooth for you. You never like had a point where you're just like, oh, one of these are driving me crazy. Like, what do I do?
I feel like every job you have that one day of that. It's always like a person, like a coworker thing that always try to rile you up or XYZ. Because it's one thing about being a Black woman in America and educated, or at least want to like know their rights or wrong. When you bring up certain things, they always riled up someone else to be like, well, and I'm like, well. Like, we could both go back at it too. Like, you know, as long as the policy states that. So I don't play about that because But other than that, I just feel like that's life, and that's one thing I have come to learn is you can't control nobody's emotion. You can't control how whatever you say and how that reacts to someone else. You really can't control anything else besides what you do, your action, and what you say.
Exactly. Amen. I hope y'all heard that, because I'm tired of saying it. Godly. Now that I learned that too. I had to learn that at one point. In a way, like, not that I didn't know it, but somebody once told me, they're like, the worst someone could tell you is no.
Right.
And it's like, That's so true. And then realistically, the chances of someone like saying something like really rude or really sick to your face is so slim. So it's really just like, do it for your best interest. And for the most part, and especially if you're moving in the right intention, like no one should really be in your way. Like life's gonna give you challenges, but it shouldn't be to the extent like, just move with purpose.
I just feel like life just gives you challenges because it's trying to show you that you're not overcoming something that you need to be taught.
That part.
That part.
And it's just like, before you could get here, you needed to know that. Because once you do get there, you're going to realize, like, you're going to be glad that you knew that now that you're here.
Because what I also realized, too, when I look back at certain situations from my path, I'm not always perfect. So when I do look at it in my viewpoint now, I can see, like, okay, I can see where certain parts where I could have just let it slide or, because not, so yeah. So I see growth. That basically what I'm trying to say. I see growth.
That is good. That's good. All right. So where do you see like yourself in the next like 5 to 10 years? I know it's such a corny question, but you brought up that you realized like that 3rd year mark, that 5th year mark. So in another like 5 to 10 years, like how do you want to be? You don't even have to be like, it could be all fantasy. What do you want?
Fantasy. I love that.
Fantasy that you're going to manifest to reality.
Oh, reality. Okay. 5 to 10 years. You want me to separate or pick one?
You can pick one in.
Okay. Let's say 10 years. Okay. So in 10 years, I see myself either growing from crochet to like actual designer, like a fashion designer, sewing, making outfits and everything like that. But again, will I be making outfits and just selling? No, custom.
Period.
And then I also see me becoming like a songwriter for people. I may not continue to do music for myself, or I just go with another name and I release music under a different name on some.
What? Really?
Yeah.
And like, okay, so a different name. Are you gonna continue to be low key? Or are you willing to still take it to the top with this other name?
I gotta see.
Okay.
Because everything I'm doing under my name is for experience under my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's all limited. So basically, I'm trying to say I don't see myself making music under my name.
Okay.
In 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, which is okay.
I put an age cap on it. Like,
what's the age cap?
I can't say an age cap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I put an age cap, but I know my current age now in 10 years. It really depends on how the times look like in 10 years. Like, what am I going to be saying in 10 years? I don't know that. So therefore, I know I'm gonna be songwriting.
Yeah,
that's a guarantee. I'm gonna be songwriting.
Yeah.
Would I be releasing songs of what I gotta say? Because what I'm releasing now is what I gotta say for how I'm feeling now and how I'm feeling from before, so I can release and let go. Because I'm almost there of not really caring.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? And then so probably in 10 years you're gonna be good. Happy.
Right.
Even if you got complaints, you're like, y'all don't need to hear it. I'm good. Go take another flight. Like,
right.
I feel that.
I'm making sure I'm getting myself situated to the point where I chill at home. I only go out when I need to. Because nowadays, especially with Miami, a lot of people is moving to Miami. Traffic is crazy. XYZ. Like you don't know how the economy might look.
Never know.
Do you want to be outside? Or you want to make sure you got safety and you're safe inside?
So, but how do you feel like, okay, do you like to go out? How do you balance like your outside life versus like what's your mood with it? Because right now,
I don't know. Okay, so for me, I go with the vibe. So if I go outside, if it's solo, I'm going outside during the daytime. If it's nighttime, I'd rather be home, relax, inside, chilling, crochet, anime, watch TV, whatever, inside at night. I don't play that. Because what am I looking for outside? Demons?
Right, by yourself.
Like, right, it's like a lot of safety things. And if it's like I'm chilling with, hanging out with friends, with our schedule, and now as we all adults, everybody got different schedules, jobs. So it'd be like, not rare, but like once in a blue moon every time, you know, and everything like that. I wouldn't even say once in a blue moon, but sometimes it could be on some last minute. If it's last minute, boom, our schedule end up linking up. I'm gonna be out. I'm out with my friends, but that balance, the balance is good because at the end of the day, I make sure I'm always set and I always have a vibe. So I
agree. I feel like it's hard to say, to each their own, you know, but I I enjoy my inside time, like not chasing, like just being seen or chasing like these opportunities. I feel like me like slowing down and like really starting to create something for myself where I'm not like burning out, wasting money, blah, blah, blah. The same thing, like my circle of friends, like we're all so busy and kind of like goal oriented. So it's like, of course we want to hang out. Like we talk about it, but it's like you said, like we link when we link or whatever. And I'm not mad at it. Like I feel like joy and peace like with my whole journey anyway. So like because every once in a while I'm like, dang, I could go there, but I feel comfortable knowing that like I'm really focused like on my journey to what I have going on, and it makes me like better every day. Every couple months I see the growth next year, so instead of just like wasting like time away, you know?
Yeah. I feel you. Plus, sometimes it depends on where you're going outside. Like, if you're going outside to the club, you're going outside to the lounge, you're going outside for a content event, you're going outside to pay to get inside.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? So it really depends. But other than that, as long as it's not a regret to go outside, because I do like to stay inside.
Yeah. Right. I do have one more question before we wrap it up. In your journey of being an artist, putting yourself out there more, you know, you have content, being out doing performances. How do you navigate where to be at? Like, and if it's worth it or not? Because I know me and you went somewhere. I went for my reasons, you went for your reasons, and then like we're just looking at each other like, we both here dealing with this right now. Like, what do we do?
Yeah. It really depends. For me, it depends on who I go with. Because if I go by myself, and if it's like on those I have to pay to get in or I pay to perform and stuff, if it's already like if I know the person that's hosting the event, I don't mind going and paying because I'm supporting. I know, or I know of you, but you're cool when I met you in person. That ties back to what I was talking about earlier. I know I've been following you on Instagram and everything, interacting, and then when I come to your event, I meet you in person, you greet me, you know how to host, everything's all set up or whatever. Yeah. I'll stay, I'll pay and everything. But because it was another situation where I was gonna go perform, but I'll have to pay, my guests will have to pay and everything to go in, all that stuff. But when we enter, y'all not greeting us. Everybody on their phone, everybody worried about, did you send the money in? I was like,
not even organized, telling you your time slot, nothing like that, making you comfortable. Like, I know you got me on your flyer to do a little
Yeah, so that's when it's really so overall. If I end up going day of, depends on the vibe and how I was greeted and everything like that. Because that's one thing I don't play about, like respect. So
manners, like come on.
Like at the end of the day, we're all human. And yeah, you're trying to run a business, but if you choosing money over like my presence,
right? And it is nothing to like. Okay, you were busy. Just my apologies. Like, you know, just my apologies. Let's handle it. Boom. I can respect this now. But now I feel you on that.
But now how I'm gonna go about it or move about it, I'm really trying to like, in reality, I want to be on a hiatus. Currently, I want to be on a hiatus, but I can't because I've done so much progress being consistent and everything. So now when I do pop out or like go to like events, I don't think I'm gonna be, if I do pop out like going to events, it's gotta be like someone reach out to me. Like I'm not gonna reach out. Yeah, I'm not gonna reach out and be like add me on a flyer or XYZ and because at the end of the day, having experience of doing that before, I already know what dedication. What comes through it, dedication, the drive, the outfit, the time and everything to do all that. Just for like what am I? Not what am I changing for, but what am I trying to get out of it? Yeah. So it really depends.
Yeah, I fully feel that, but at the same time, like we did it, and you don't have to stay like that forever. There's always a beginning. Like, so at least people seen your face, they seen your efforts, even if they might not have respected it. So now you're here, and now they need to come to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm switching it up. I'm switching it up. Just to show y'all I don't play. Y'all
play. And y'all know I don't play. Y'all be playing with me and thinking I'ma just let it slide. Exactly. Like, no, because then now you're lowering my quality. Like, no. But I appreciate that. So the final juicy question, how do you plan to stay plugged in this year?
Plugged in with you or
plugged in with anything in life. How you staying locked in?
Locked in. Okay. I plan. Okay, so. Ooh. So with everything, if we're talking about like social media, how I plan to stay plugged in, I'm gonna take advantage of the features of schedule posts and everything like that. So I will just sit down, schedule, plan out my videos, pictures, or whatever I got going on to have that be posted, so I don't have to get that stress off me. And then in real life, I will just be going to the gym, doctor appointments, everything, like make sure my body and mind is right, and then connecting with God, getting back to my word and everything like that. Because I don't know about y'all, but I really do feel like either people auras, the energy of what's going on and everything like that. I don't know. But like Mercury retrograde and stuff, I be feeling that for real.
Yeah.
But I don't let that dictate how I respond to people or react to people.
But it's just at least the awareness.
No, it's just awareness, because people like to be like, oh, it's XYZ, XYZ, so I'm gonna be mean to you. What? Like, don't be weird and
people are weird. I feel like
no, I'm just saying, like, don't be using one thing to validate something and it really don't. It's just no. But other than that, I will just make sure if I would be plugged in by actually being plugged in.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Well, thank you so much, my love. I loved having you here. You can let them know where can they tap in with you.
Okay. So, hey y'all, my name is Vahalda. You can tap into me on my Instagram at __XXTRA, or my crochet page at VAHALDA crochet CROCHET. And then my music is on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, or any other platforms you listen to, and it's just my first name, Vahalda, VAHALDA. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, love. And we are out.
Bye.